Hello, everybody. How's it going? I'm your host, NeoStarling, and I just kind of wanted to give my quick thoughts on Brock Lesnar versus Samoa Joe that happened at Great Balls of Fire. And I know I'm a little late with this video. I really wanted to post it after the fact, but these are kind of some of my afterthoughts. And after what transpired on Raw, I felt that it was necessary to kind of explain, I guess, because I feel like a lot of people thought that Joe got buried during this exchange between him and Lesnar. And my thoughts on it, to be really honest with you, I feel like Joe came out of it pretty good. He came out looking like a legitimate superstar because you have to understand something. When it comes to Samoa Joe and Brock Lesnar, you knew that after Brock Lesnar's title defense against, his title victory against Goldberg at WrestleMania, he hadn't really challenged anybody yet. So what they really needed to do was find a suitable opponent for him at the very least until Roman Reigns was available after his whole ordeal with Strowman took place. So Joe was a placeholder, let's face it. He was a placeholder. However, in reality, I think Joe came out solid because there at no point did they make Joe look weak. Joe looked strong throughout the entire feud, down to when he first confronted Lesnar and he gave him that headbutt. I thought that was great. That was kind of a throwback to what happened with him and Kurt Angle back in TNA many moons ago. So Joe at no point showed any fear. Typically when a lot of people face Lesnar, I know that they don't really act like they're scared, but Joe seemed like a legitimate threat. He really came across as a bona fide superstar. And I really like that because realistically, you couldn't expect Joe to win at Brock's first title defense after WrestleMania. That's just unrealistic because you also have to keep that mystique about Brock Lesnar. You have to understand that he is a monster. He is a beast incarnate. So you're going to want to keep him as strong as you can until he does drop that title to somebody eventually. Now, as far as the match itself went, I knew it was going to be short, but it was short and sweet. I liked the fact how Joe pretty much just came out from the get-go, didn't really give Lesnar an opportunity to do anything, and he just kind of like wailed on him. He did his Uranagi on top of one of the announce tables outside, breaking the table. I thought Lesnar did an amazing job selling it. For as much as Lesnar wins and as much as people give him crap for being a part-timer and everything like that, the reality is that when he's in there with someone, he makes them look like $1,000,000 when he's not suplexing them to hell, that is. So after that, and the match actually started, Joe did get some offense in there, but then eventually Brock started doing his whole Suplex City gimmick, which everybody really loves. Joe caught him with that low blow when the referee wasn't looking, which also made me really wonder who's the real heel here, because I guess they want to say that Brock is a face, but I don't really believe he is. I never thought he has been. He's always been like a monster heel to me, at the very least when he came back. And Joe is clearly a heel in this case, so you kind of have some shades of gray going on here, which I'm okay with, to be really honest. And as far as the whole match itself went, I thought it was good for what it was. Joe tried to get him in that sleeper hold several times. He tried to put him out. Lesnar fought out of it. And I'm actually really glad that when he hit that F5 that Joe didn't kick out. And not because, it makes him look weak, because everybody kicks out of that. And realistically, you have to look at it like this. Like, at what point do you start protecting these guys' finishers? If Joe would have just kicked out of everything that happened, then in my opinion, it would have lost all credibility. It really would have. Because now you'll have that sort of being like a transitional move, and then Brock would have to do something else in order to beat him. Either that or he would just hit him with another F5 or 2 or 3, depending on how many they felt like giving him. I was okay with Joe losing to the first F5. I thought it was suitable for what the match was, which was pretty good in my opinion. It was quick, it was to the point, and what transpired the following night on Raw, I thought it was really good because Roman Reigns pretty much wanted to challenge Brock, and we know we're gonna see that match at some point. But I like how Joe came out and was like, you didn't beat me, you survived me, and he just got in his face and he just gave such a passionate promo, like you really felt like Joe was a legitimate threat. Like, he wasn't scared. And at some points, he even kind of had Brock shaking, which I thought was cool. And then, you had Roman Reigns, like, chime in once in a while, which was okay. I really hope that they protect both of these guys on Monday. Like, have some sort of interference, have Strowman come in and get his revenge or whatever, so that way you can give it a triple threat match. Because I'm okay with seeing a triple threat match, just because I don't think I want to see another Joe versus Lesnar 2 so quickly. And I don't want to see a Roman Reigns versus Lesnar so quickly either. I'm okay with seeing a triple threat, because at this point, every guy can get their stuff in. And then you have more possibilities for different storylines later, depending on who they choose to go with Brock ultimately. Because, you know, regardless of what happens, no matter which one of these guys gets the opportunity, Lesnar's still not going to give up that belt so quickly. But anyway, again, I just wanted to give my thoughts on it because I kind of feel like a lot of people gave this flack just for the simple fact that, you know, oh, Joe was a sacrificial lamb. You know, no matter who fought Lesnar, someone was going to be the sacrificial lamb. And that's just the reality of the matter. But anyway, I'd like to hear your thoughts on this. I really want to know your opinion. You know, the comment section can always be used as an extension of this thread so that we can keep on having these conversations. I want to do these short, like small burst wrestling videos because I think they're really cool. I think it's a good idea to just sort of add my thoughts in on what I believe, you know, happened in this case. And I'd really like to hear from all of you. So definitely, you know, hit that subscribe button if you were feeling this video and you want to see me do more of it. Shoot me a like, comment, whatever the case may be. Help a brother out, and you know, let's have a conversation. Let's keep this thread going on, and I will be making some more of these videos in the future as well. So with that said, I am NeoStarling. You guys are awesome, and don't ever let anyone tell you different. Signing off.